Are you in your 20s or you're approaching 20? Here are 6 mistakes I made in my 20s and how you can avoid them.
Inspira Central. Inspira Central. Inspira Central. Inspira Central.
Hello fellow Inspirers, welcome to Inspira Central. My name is Monica and I'm the Chief Inspirer herself. Thank you so much for joining me, it's good to have you here. Today I'll be talking about 6 mistakes I made in my 20s. Your 20s are a time to look forward to, but they're also a time where you need to put certain things in place so that you don't make these mistakes that I made. Let me share with you the mistakes that I made in my 20s so that you can avoid them and have better 20s than I did. The first mistake I made in my 20s is that I paused after graduation. As soon as I graduated from the university, I felt that the world was now at my feet. But I didn't go chasing the world. I didn't go trying out new things. I just sat there waiting for things to come to me. I stopped building on my successes because what I was told was go to school, graduate, and come out and you'll get a job. I didn't know that I had to go look for the job. I didn't know that the job will not come so easily. I didn't know that things will not be handed to me on a platter. And so I waited. And by doing that, I lost momentum. So what I would advise you to do is keep up the momentum. Don't graduate and pause. Graduate and keep going. Build a routine for yourself. You know, when you're in school, you have a routine. You wake up in the morning, you do certain things, you go to class, you come back in the evening, you read and all that. There is a routine. But once you graduate from the university, you are likely to fall into the trap of not having a routine. You will just think that you can sleep whenever you like, wake up whenever you like, and spend the day however you like. What you don't realize is that you'll be wasting a lot of time. And not just a lot of time, you'll be wasting a lot of your youth without realizing it. Remember that this is when you are most energetic. This is the best time of your life and you're supposed to be using it to do things and build on your successes and achieve your goals. So don't do what I did. Keep up the momentum. Don't come out of school and just laze about. I did that a lot. I just felt, okay, it's time to now relax. It's not time to relax. Don't make that mistake. I made it for you and me. So don't make the mistake like I did. My own mistake is enough for both of us. So keep up the momentum. Build up on what you have done. Keep achieving more. Don't stop. There are many free courses that are out there. You can get certified in some of them. There are many things that you can do with your time and your energy. So do not stop the momentum. Keep building on your successes. And don't waste time like I did, thinking that this was a time to relax. Thinking that I can now spend my time however I wanted and I didn't have to have a routine. Have a routine, build a life, learn something more, build yourself, keep improving yourself, and never stop the momentum. The second mistake I made in my 20s is that I thought that people owed me something. Like I said earlier, I was told go to school, get a good grade, come out and get a job. And so I sat back waiting for what I was owed. Remember I said I thought people owed me something. Very funny now. When I look back at it, it's very funny to me because I don't think that way anymore because I know now that I'm older that nobody owes me anything. But when I was in my 20s, I thought people owed me something. And so I was sitting back to collect. I was relaxing to collect, like, give it up, what do you have for me? What are you keeping for me? What did you reserve for me? I'm here to collect. There was nobody to give me anything to collect. There was nothing to collect. And so I'm telling you now, don't have this entitlement mentality because I had that entitlement mentality. I thought I had played my part and so I was waiting for my reward. Speaking of entitlement mentality, I have a video on entitlement mentality and how it messes with you. I'm going to put the link of that video in the description of this video so you can go and watch it and get rid of that entitlement mentality. In fact, that thing almost wasted my whole time. I don't want that to happen to you. So go and watch that video so you can recognize the ills, the consequences of having an entitlement mentality. Back to what I was saying. I expected that people owed me something and they were going to give me something. But as I got older, I realized I was now kind of on my own. Your parents have given you the education, they have given you the steps, they have given you the foundation. And so it was now up to you to use what you had learned, what you had acquired, to now build something for yourself and build a life. I did not know that. I thought that the end of it all was my getting a good grade. And I felt the offers were going to come. I felt, can they see I'm good? I'm good, I'm brilliant, I'm intelligent. I have the good grades to show for it. I have the skills, I have the talents. So why don't they employ me? I felt like that. And so I was there with that entitlement mentality. And one thing about an entitlement mentality is that you will not grow. You will not grow. You will sit there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and nothing will happen. Because if you don't make the move, nothing will happen. You would think that somebody ought to make the move and come and give you something on a platter. You would only be wasting your time by thinking like that. So instead of getting up to get what I wanted, I expected people to hand it to me. And so I spent a lot of time waiting and waiting and waiting and expecting. And of course, nothing happened. So don't be like me. Don't make that mistake. Stop expecting people to hand you things. Go out there and get what you want. The third mistake I made in my 20s is that I expected people to support me. When I was doing something, I expected that the default was that people would support me. Family, friends, everybody would just support me. I just expected it. Maybe because I'm somebody who always supports others. But that was not the case. People are different. Not everybody will be like you. Even if you're people's biggest cheerleader, it doesn't mean that they will reciprocate or that they will help you when you need the support yourself. And so I waited for the longest time for people to support me. I got unhappy, I got upset when people did not support my dreams, when they did not help me, when they did not encourage me, when they did not motivate me. But that was then. You see now, you see why I say I'm the chief inspirer herself. You see today, as at today, I am my own biggest cheerleader. And you should be your own biggest cheerleader too. You should support yourself. If you don't have anybody motivating you, you should motivate yourself. Speaking of motivating yourself, I have a video on how to motivate yourself when nobody else is supporting you. I'll put a link to that video in the description of this video so you can go and watch it and learn to clap for yourself. Even when every other person is silent, even when there is no support, even when you have no one cheering you on, you learn to clap for yourself, support yourself and say, you go girl, you go boy. Be your number one cheerleader, because if not, you're going to be waiting for support for the longest time and it's never going to come. And if support doesn't come, does that mean you will not go and achieve your goals? Does that mean you will not do what you wanted to do? Does that mean that you do not have the validation that you need to embark on that project? You don't need anybody's validation. All you need is a strong conviction in yourself. All you need is that push and that drive from within to go and do what you want, to achieve what you want, and to push for what you want, whether anybody supports you or not. So be your biggest cheerleader. You don't need anybody to support you. If they support you, that is even great. That is awesome. If they encourage you, that is fine. But whether you have people in your corner or not, be your own biggest cheerleader. Be your loudest cheerleader. Motivate yourself, encourage yourself, and push yourself. The fourth mistake I made in my 20s is that I wasted too much time saying, I will do it tomorrow. Are you like that? Procrastination. I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. I have a video on procrastination and how it wastes your time, your years, your energy, your resources, and ruins your opportunities. I'll put a link to that video in the description of this video so you can go and see the dangers of procrastination and how it is not just wasting your time now, but also making your opportunities dwindle in the future. Procrastination is a thief of time. You will not know. You will say tomorrow, tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, you will say tomorrow. When the day after tomorrow comes, you will say tomorrow. How many tomorrows will you have? Speaking of how many tomorrows will you have, I have a video on why you need to start acting on your dreams today. I'm going to put the link of that video in the description of this video. Your dreams are urgent. It looks like you have time, but you don't have time. That video will tell you why your dreams are urgent and why you need to start taking action today. Stop saying tomorrow. Stop saying the day after tomorrow. Stop saying next year. What is wrong with today? Start today so that you have more time to do it. You have more time to make tweaks and make fixes where you need them. Today is the day, not tomorrow, not the day after tomorrow. For the longest time, I kept saying, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. And you know the irony? It's not as if my schedule was full. It's not as if I had a lot to do on my to-do list and I was juggling things. No. I was lying in my bed or listening to music or doing something that was not even serious and saying I will do the important stuff tomorrow. Can you imagine? Are you like me? Don't make the mistake I made. Because I can imagine that right now you're like, yeah, but we can do it tomorrow. Don't be like me. I'm telling you, that is one mistake I made in my 20s. I don't want you to go through that experience. I want you to maximize your 20s. I want you to make the best out of your 20s. I want you to start younger than I did. Yes, your opportunities are more when you're younger. Your opportunities are innumerable, very vast when you're younger. And you have more time to bounce back when you make mistakes. Speaking of bounce back, I have a video on how to bounce back. Do you need to bounce back? Is there something you need to bounce back from? That video is going to guide you. It's going to help you to bounce back. No matter how old you are and what mistakes you may have made, I will put a link to that video in the description of this video so you can go and watch it and learn to bounce back. Back to what I was saying. Tomorrow is not promised. Stop wasting your todays before you run out of tomorrows. It's scary, but that is life. It's scary, but that is the truth. Do what you can today. Start building the foundation of your dreams today so that you can look back maybe when you're 30 and say, wow, I've come a long way. And then you'll be one of those Forbes 30 under 30. Can you imagine being on Forbes 30 under 30? That would be great. And I would love that for you. So please make the most of your 20s and stop thinking that you have plenty time. Stop wasting the time you have. Maximize your 20s and maximize your youth so that you would have achieved much more before you're 30. Meanwhile, no pressure. No pressure. I am simply saying make the most use of your time. The fifth mistake I made in my 20s was that I did not know my life's purpose. You see, all these other things I've talked about are simply symptoms of not knowing your life's purpose. Do you know your life's purpose? Have you discovered who you are and what you should be doing? And not because people said do this or people said you would excel at that, but because this is actually your calling. This is actually your purpose. Have you discovered your purpose? If you have not discovered your purpose, I have a video on how to discover your purpose. That video will guide you with practical steps on how you can discover your purpose today so that you know what direction your life should take and you know what steps to take. The link to that video will be in the description of this video. Go and watch that video and start discovering your purpose today. I didn't discover my purpose on time. I knew what I liked. Yes, I knew what I liked. But I was open to just anything. Because like I said, when I was growing up, I was told, go to school, get a good grade, get a job. I wasn't told, pursue your passion. I wasn't told, discover your purpose. I was never told, know who you are. You see, knowing who you are is something I preach a lot today because I have seen so many people go off the trail. I have seen so many people do what they are not supposed to be doing. I have seen so many people toe lines, even have careers, in areas that they have no business being in. I have seen it, and I have seen that they don't have fulfillment, they don't have joy, they don't have peace. They may have the money, but there is no satisfaction. I have seen that happen. And so when I say know your purpose, it's important because your purpose will guide you on what to do next. It will tell you where you should go and where you should not go. You see, the issue of knowing where you should not go, it is a bigger deal than knowing where you should go. Because there are some paths you go on, you will never come back from. You will never retreat from those paths. You will just keep going down a slippery slope because you embarked on a mission, on a place that you don't know. Because you decided to toe a line, follow a path that you were not meant for. You decided to go down a path that was not the best for you. Know who you are. Know your purpose so that you know what is best for you and where you should put your time, energy, money, and attention. Because those things will keep going down the wrong lane. You will keep spending them on the wrong things if you do not know your purpose. Know your purpose today. I did not know my purpose. I knew what I liked, but I did not know how to channel what I liked. Who I was, I had no idea. I had no idea who I was. And so I didn't know what was right for me and what was wrong for me. In terms of knowing what career to take, what job to take, what job not to take, I had no idea. I was open to any job. I was open to any path. I was open to any suggestion. That didn't help me because I found out that when I went down those lanes, those places that people suggested, oh, you do well here, or there's this opening here, why don't you go and try? And I was trying everything everywhere. Even when I got there, I did not get satisfaction. I wasn't happy. The money was there, but I wasn't happy. And so if you want that fulfillment, that satisfaction, you need to know your purpose. Find out your purpose on time. And like I said, that video that I made is going to guide you. It's going to help you on finding out your purpose so that you choose the right path for yourself. The earlier you find your purpose, the better for you. Your 20s are a time for exploration. Let me say that once again. Your 20s are a time for exploration. They are a time for you to get to know who you are and what you want and start building the foundation for your life. You may not have it all now. You may not have the money now. You may not have the connections now. But starting somewhere is where you are. And this is a good starting point. This is where you need to begin. Not when you're in your 30s. Your 20s are meant for you to discover who you are and start going down that lane gradually and start building a foundation for your future. So find out who you are, discover your purpose, and don't make the mistake that I made where I did not know who I was and what I wanted and I was open to just anything. Now I know better, and so I'm telling you, discover your purpose. The sixth mistake I made in my 20s was that I had too many 0 days. A 0 day is a day in which you do nothing that adds up to your purpose or your goals for your life. I had too many days in which I just sat down and I did nothing. I sat down and I did not accomplish anything. I sat down and I did not contribute to my growth, to my awareness, to my capacity building, nothing. I just did nothing. Like I just drifted through life. I drifted for the longest time. I played for the longest time because like I said, I was told go to university, get good grades, come out. When I came out, I thought, okay, this was the time to relax. I did not realize this was a time to actually work even harder than I did in the university. I didn't realize that this was a time to now get all those skills together and put them into something and building a life for myself. I did not realize that. And so I had so many 0 days in which I did nothing to add to my future, to add to my growth, to add to my life's purpose. And this all boils down to what I was saying. I did not know my life's purpose. I did not have a goal. I did not have ambitions. I knew what I wanted on the larger scale. But when it came to the exact specifics, I didn't know. I didn't know the specifics. It all comes down to that. Now, the reason why you're lazing about and wasting time is possibly because you don't know who you are, you don't know your purpose. And when you don't know your purpose, you cannot set goals for your life because you don't even know what you're trying to achieve. It's when you know what you're trying to achieve that you will know what the steps are And then you start setting goals that will help you achieve that purpose. So I didn't know my purpose. Know your purpose. So back to what I was saying, I had lots of 0 days. I did nothing to contribute to my growth. Don't do that. The world is a richer place now with technology. There is so much to learn. Even sometimes you can sit down and have a conversation with an older person and they will tell you, this is how my life went, this is this, I did that. They would advise you, they will give you suggestions. Those are nuggets you can use to build yourself. Those are life advice that you will need down the line. Start accumulating those things. Start trying out new things. Learn a skill, practice, go out there, get a job, do something with your time, do something with your life. Don't sit there having 0 days where you're doing nothing and you're just relaxing. The world is passing you by. Time is going. Your life is going. Use your 20s well, because if not, your 20s will just pass you by and you will look back and say, what did I do with my time? What did I do with my 20s? I wasted my 20s. Speaking of wasting your time, I have a video on certain things that waste your time. Certain things that waste your time and you don't even realize it. I will put the link to that video in the description of this video. So you can go and check those things out to know if there are certain things on that list that you're doing that are stealing time from you without you noticing it. The link of that video will be in the description of this video. Stop living life without a plan. Stop living life without knowing who you are. Have a purpose, have a goal, have an agenda for your life. Your 20s are not just the time to explore, they are the time for you to build your foundation, build your future starting today. And even if you're not in your 20s, if you're a teenager, I have videos for you here as well. And these advice that I've given also pertain to you. You can also use them even before you're in your 20s. Before you turn 20, this advice can also work for you. So I hope that this video has inspired you to make the most of your 20s, make the most of your teens, make the most of your time, because time is going so fast you may not realize it, but you will only look back in retrospect, and hopefully with the help of this video you will not look back in regrets. Thank you for giving me your time. You know, time, I say, is important, and that you spend time with me here is something that I will always treasure. Thank you for giving me your time. Please drop a comment below if this video has helped you and inspired you. Also, if you enjoyed watching this video and you'd like to see more of such videos that motivate you, inspire you, and help you with better time management, please subscribe to this channel. Simply click the subscribe button and get subscribed to this channel today. It is completely free of charge. You don't have to pay anything to subscribe to this channel, so click that subscribe button. Also, do not forget to click the notification button so you'll be notified as soon as I update. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Also, please share this video with everyone, with every young person you know. Share this video so that they start using their time judiciously and making the most of their youth and their energy. Thank you once more for spending time with me. Thank you for watching my videos here on Inspira Central. Please keep watching my videos here. I have a playlist in the description of this video. Go and watch that playlist and keep being inspired. Don't forget to be an inspiration. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Please subscribe, click the notification button, like this channel, share our videos, and follow us on social media. Thank you very much.
Inspira Central. Inspira Central.